little follow-up video. So we've now got the seeds in, we've got the leaf mulch on top, it's been watered. The leaves on top will help hold the moisture in. Ideally you want about 20 centimetres. Does it affect the seeds? Well, no, nature just does its own thing. It just does what it does. So I don't know how well these are going to show here. Of the 12, you can see there's a few of these orange and lemon seeds that have germinated. They're now poking through. They're in pretty good sunny spots, and obviously keep them watered, but also don't overwater these things. That's another whole thing. It's all about balance. But we'll get on to another part of this video not related to this that I want to share with you. I don't know how this will come out on the camera, but it's this stone here. This is a little bit for Tabatha Cole. She said about finding a favourite stone. Well, this is the one I refer to as Sharkey. It sticks out a little bit from the wall, but I wanted this because it looks like a smiling mouth here, and you can sort of see an eye, and you could say that's the nose. Obviously and the chin. It's obviously only from that angle. When you come around the other side, well, it's a crooked smile there, and it changes on this side. This is the thing with these rock things. The mind will try and interpret things and make sense of pictures, so we can easily see things, and also our imagination. Imagination is creativity. But back to this again. But every one of these stones I have carried either in buckets, or some of them have been a colossal weight. There's some that have got a look of rust about them, and they're quite brittle. They're a very sort of heavy stone, probably like an iron content in them. But the thing is with this structure, it was built by one being who does not have any dairy products, does not eat flesh. It's nothing to do with protein and eating meat. The energy comes at its best from fruit. If you're on a mainly fruit diet, and just think, if I can accomplish this in a matter of 2 weeks, imagine what a whole team could do. Think about all those castles and those structures and things. Look at nature, look at some of the strongest animals on this planet, the gorilla, even a chimpanzee. It's said that you try and pull a chimpanzee if it's wrapped around your arm or your leg. They've got immense strength, and yet they don't eat meat. Not naturally, anyway. So there's this fallacy about eating dead bodies of animals. I know this is a little bit of rant, but I'm also giving you a testimony of how I feel from going down the vegetarian, the pescatarian, and the system vegan route, which I wouldn't recommend. But when you actually taste real natural fruit, as opposed to supermarket fruit, you feel energized. And this is just an example of the sort of thing you could do just by changing your diet, changing the health of your body. Of course, the environment here also helps, and the ambient energy of being around souls that are on the same frequency. All these little ingredients go into this cake mix of a life of tranquility, a life of harmony, a life where there is no stress, a life of being a co-creator, learning the art of just being and enjoying, and a little bit of doing, because it's got to the stage that on the days I've not been carrying rocks, because it's not an all day. It's not like when you're in a workplace where you're working 8, 9 or even 12 hours and you've got to meet quotas and things. It's done at a pace that is more in line with nature. Things don't seem to change, but every day something does change. And that's the thing with nature. It's always changing. See it in the sense of the seasons, see it in the sense of which flowers are in season. The material world gives you fashion. The same, basically a mocking mirror image of seasons where there is continuous change. But this is continuous change of life, not continuous change of egoic pride and collecting this and collecting that. And of course, you collect these things, especially if they're limited editions, you've then got to insure them, you've got to guard them, you become a slave to them. How much do you really enjoy them? As opposed to how much can you enjoy just being in nature? So this is Dr. Juan Forfar's summary diagnosis on if you get the opportunity to get yourself into a lifestyle where you are in nature and you can dissolve all that nonsense chatter world, be it mainstream stories or conspiracy theories, all the fear, all the worries about what could happen or not happen. Just enjoy being in the moment. You won't regret it. Or from my personal experience, I can say I certainly don't regret it. And I hope that you are able to find that for yourself. Forge that life that you wish for. Focus on what you want. Love to you all.